Buckmaster Aljamain Sterling. We talk so much about the state of this 135-pound division, how it's never been stronger, and yet this guy's starting to distance himself from the pack a little bit. Outstanding grappler, and more often than not, he's going to have a big advantage in that one.
Yeah, that's one of the things that separates Aljamain, is that he's one of those guys that tells you what he's going to do, and then he goes and he does it. Nothing's more discouraging for a fighter than to know what you have to defend and still not be able to defend it. Aljamain Sterling is a beast. Now, he did hint to us in the fighter meeting that he thought he could win this fight without chaining takedowns, so perhaps we'll see a strike-heavy approach here from Sterling early. We shall see. The Buckmaster Aljamain Sterling, ready to battle and take home that elusive UFC gold. Well, you can argue this is the single hardest belt in the UFC to defend. The UFC's lightweight division has long been a murderer's row, and this champion's latest challenger looks like he could come through and upset the apple cart. We were talking to him the other day, and I asked him about the fight. He goes, DC, nothing surprises me, because every time I go in there, I fight the toughest, scariest opponent. I understand my opponent's good, but I'm the champion for a reason, and I intend for it to stay that way. Seemed like he had a great training camp, a great weight cut, and even though there are definite stylistic challenges in front of him here tonight, told us on Thursday in the fighter meeting, skill for skill, I'm better than this guy everywhere, and I'm going to prove it in a big way in front of this capacity crowd tonight. Charles Dubrox Oliveira steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Our tail of the tape now for this lightweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Aljamain Buckmaster Sterling. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Charles Dubrox Oliveira.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. Good to have you with us tonight from T-Mobile Arena, the home of the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights, and the building in which DC shocked some of the MMA world at UFC 226, but this venue will always have a special place.
This venue holds a special place in my heart. UFC 226, I became the double champion. This is a fight venue that you should want to compete in. A great arena where you can make history. Tonight, you get your chance. He's going guillotine.
That guillotine is officially tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guards. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Ooh, that's tight. That'd be tight.
It's starting to get really tight in there.
Wow, fantastic submission defense yet again. Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. While sometimes our stat guys are stingy with the submission attempt numbers, there have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good
defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
Making all these shots count. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Side control now. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Great submission defense.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Close guard. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Sterling. Rubber guard now, DC, some submissions at his disposal if he so chooses.
Yeah, he does have a couple submissions. They're very rare submissions, gogoplata, omoplata. But if the guy has any understanding of submission defense, he knows how to stay safe in this position. So there are advantages to being here, but the danger isn't so vast that you should panic.
Yeah, we've only seen a handful of omoplatas in UFC history. 30 seconds now to go in the opening round. Oliveira's trying to lock up on a submission now.
He's got the sub locked in.
Oh, he bails on the submission now. Final seconds here in round one. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Oliveira.
Take a deep breath and recover. This next round, you really want to focus on ground control. Set up your takedown. I want you to maintain a dominant position.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
All right, folks, here we go. Round two. Charles Du Bronx Oliveira versus Aljamain Sterling. Swing and a miss by Sterling. All right, well, perhaps he has a point to prove. Perhaps there's a hip injury, but this man's UFC career has been defined by the takedown. He hasn't attempted a single one tonight.
He hasn't even attempted. It's very surprising, and honestly, for a guy that enjoys the wrestling, it's very disappointing. Because to me, it seems like he doesn't want to put the effort out there tonight to try and secure a takedown. He take a lot of risk by not using.
Sterling's trying to get the triangle here. Let's see if he can close the show. Oh, he's got that submission locked in.
Oh, no, he's possible. Oh, my goodness, a powerbomb.
So just when it looked like he might get submitted, he slams his opponent down with authority as the tide turns here. Well, he's got his back now. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound.
Beautiful transition. He flattens him out. This could be trouble.
Another ground and pound strike lands. Now trying to trap an arm. Oh, looks like he's got the arm isolated.
He's got it isolated, working toward the finish.
Oh, he's got a strong grip on that arm.
He starts to extend the elbow.
All right, so now going to position over submission as he bails on the sub. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. All right, feet on the hips here. Oliveira's in half guard.
All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Sterling's back in full guard now. These ground strikes are starting to add up.
He passes to half guard.
Oliveira's back in full mount. Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Sterling's going for the leg. Might be a submission opportunity here. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Back to the stand-up now, both fighters upright. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Seconds winding down in round two.
Good round.
Excellent job. You were all over it. I thought you were going to rip that arm off and walk away with it. This round, that's what we're looking for. We can get this fight to the ground.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you would.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Gets the single collar tie now. Oliveira gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there. All right, so he's setting up for submission here. Heel hook looks tight.
Working hard to finish this heel hook. He has got to make sure that his knee does not beat his hips if he wants to get the finish.
Oh, what a move to escape. And now he's on the attack.
Wow, that was tremendous. First escape.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth. The submission defense wins this transition.
Win the scramble! Win the scramble!
Lands with the ground and pound here. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Nicely done. All right, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Oliveira's really pressing now. He's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat.
Beautiful ground strikes landed. Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position. Great defense by this fighter.
I need you to scramble! Scramble!
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on it. Beautiful transition. He's got to be careful here.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Oliveira. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving them.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side. Oh, wow, oh!
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Relax. Excellent work on the ground. This guy cannot swim with you in those deep waters. This next round, they want you to block.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. 4th round is underway. The see who has the upper hand here.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy. Guillotine jump.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Great work here from the bottom fighter. Side control now.
Nice defense.
Oh, hard ground strike there, and that one opened up a cut. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm.
Setting up another submission. That Darce is tight. He's got it locked in.
Wow, he gets out and now reverses position.
Beautiful submission defense by this guy. He was constantly under attack.
Grappler's delight tonight.
Oh, nice.
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Sterling's back into full guard. All right, so from being dominated to in the dominant position. Nice reversal on the ground. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. He's got to be careful here.
Sterling's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now.
Oh, right into mount.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Nice positional control here. Final seconds of the round. Oh, that's how you do it. Postures up and lands to the head. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much. And if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
Ready. Good.
Fifth and final round. Early right hand gets through for Dubois. Well, the book on this fighter coming in, outstanding takedowns, vicious ground and pound. To what extent are you surprised that he hasn't even shot for a single takedown tonight?
To the point that I'm questioning his fight IQ and his ego. Because if you fight with your ego, you usually find yourself losing. Right now, he is putting himself in immense danger by not trying to get takedowns.
It got checked.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Sterling's eye is closed.
Oh, guillotine here.
Oh, that guillotine choke is tough. Oh, he's out. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. He passed the half guard.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Look at that. Recognizing he's about to lose position.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life.
Oliveira's going for an arm here. Oh, arms in tight. submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. He's gonna lock it.
Oh, how on God's green earth did he get out?
Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
Lands another strike upstairs, and for his opponent, that is certainly not going to help matters when it comes to the swelling.
He can't miss, J.A. And when you saw the swelling initially, you knew that he needed to change something. He still has not changed that. And while it's getting worse, it's still not at a point where we should panic. With a few more.
Back mount now.
Oliveira's able to flatten the rear naked choke. Oh, real good submission attack. Now that one looks tight. Oh, I thought he was going to go out. Instead, he escapes and reverses.
He didn't go out, he got out. Great job defensively by the fighter.
Oliveira's right back to the full mount. 30 seconds now to go in the round. 20 seconds now remain in the round. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
Official decision now in. The buff has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 50-45. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira.
All right, so there it is. A lot of fans expected Charles Oliveira to get the finish tonight. He doesn't, but still a dominant performance and a decision win.
Just dominant, and showing once again the evolution of Charles Oliveira, not only physically,